This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now it's official. So good morning, everybody. It is September 28, 2021. It is 9 a.m. This is a special board meeting for the Lake Stevens Sewer District this morning. We are working with the State Auditor's Office. So with that being said this morning, go ahead and call that to order. I know myself, Commissioner Koshy are present. Commissioner Stevenson will not be joining us this morning as she is unavailable. So with that being said, at this time, we're going to go ahead and open the meeting, and then we're going to turn it over to staff and the fine folks with the Washington State Auditor's Office. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get that going.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to reintroduce myself here. My name is Michelle Melso. I'm the lead auditor on the district financial audit this year. And with me today, I have the opportunity to have Courtney Amosen, my audit supervisor, with me to be able to present the entrance conference of this audit. With that, I'm going to need someone from the district would like the opportunity to make the other introduction there, please.
All right, so from the district, we have myself, Mariah Lowe, General Manager of the Lake Stevens Sewer District, and Assistant General Manager, Jonathan Diggs. And then we have Mickey Cooper, who I can barely see behind the name there, and Michelle Bowman, both from our accounting team, and they will be your primary contacts usually for all audit needs. And then our commissioners have also, Dan already introduced them for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. With that, I'm going to start here. Next slide, please. Like I mentioned, this year I have the opportunity to come back as the lead auditor for this audit. And in here, basically, what we wanted to share with the district is, kind of reintroduce our office. And as you do know, the Office of the Washington State Auditor, it's been tasked to be the auditor of all local government. With that, we have a variety of audit that we perform that we wanted to share with you, with the district here today. However, this year, basically, what we're going to be doing is the financial audit. Our audit actually have over 400 employees throughout the state, and so far in 2021, we perform over 1,300 audit, and we still have over 500 audit in progress. Okay. Next slide, please. As I mentioned, this year, even though we have a variety of audit that we perform, but with the Lake Stevens Sewer District this year, we're going to only be performing the financial statement audit. And it's going to be covering the fiscal year 2020, January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. Our audit actually has been conducted in accordance with the government audit standard. And with that, what we're looking at is really assess, the adequacy of the accounting and what it takes in terms of the process of the district has in place for the financial statement preparations, and be able to identify whether or not we have some instances of material non-compliance or anything that the district has in place to prevent them. At the end of the audit, we will be providing an opinion on whether or not the financial statement is fairly presented, and we're going to be doing so in according to the U.S. GAAP. Next slide, please. One of the key important part of the audit is the constant communication that we're going to be having with the district. And with that, we put together the whole process in here where actually before even the audit, we reach out to the entity that we're going to be working with to try to set up a pre-audit meeting. And with this case, for instance, with the district this year, the district decided to waive the pre-audit meeting. But the pre-audit meeting, what we do is be able to set the expectation for the upcoming audit. and be able to see if for the prior year audit, there are something that we did good, something that we didn't do that good, and what can we do to make the audit really a success. And at the beginning of the audit, we will work together on the engagement letter, which the district should be expecting it here in the next 24 to 72 hours. And through the process, we will have a risk assessment. And this year, for instance, I met up with Mariah, I met up with Mickey, and I met up with Commissioner Lawrence, and where I was able to ask, some typical questions through our questionnaire and be able to understand exactly the district operation, and if from the perspective there are some specific concerns that they wanted to bring up to our attention, and we should be able to incorporate it in the audit. And to keep that constant communication going, we will have a weekly study update meeting with the district, where we will let the district know the progress of the audit, from the beginning of the audit, where we were, where we are, and where we're going, or if there are, for instance, some length into the document, request turnaround, or if there is any other follow-up that we would like to do with the district. And prior, as we're wrapping up the audit, we will be providing the district a management representation letter, where the district will have to put that letter into their own letterhead provided to us, and we're going to close the audit with the exit conference. And that's at that time that we're going to issue that opinion. Okay, next slide, please. Again, as we're going through the audit, we may have some recommendation that we will have to bring to the district attention. And the way we convey those through our office is through 3 levels of those recommendations. The highest level is the findings, and the findings, basically, that's the most significant light and the highest one into those different type of a recommendation that we issue. And with the finding, we will give the district the opportunity to respond to that finding, and that's the only recommendation that will be included into the report. But the district giving us the opportunity to respond, we should be able to put into that report also what did it take, and what the district would, we make sure that to address that issue going forward. The second level of recommendation, which is less significant than the finding, it's the management letter. And with the management letter, even though it's still significant, but it won't be incorporated into the report. It will be mentioned, but referenced, but not included in there. And however, we will share that with the district through a formal letter. And the least recommendation that we have is the exit item, and we refer to exit item as a housekeeping. Basically, even though they're not as significant as the 2 other levels of recommendation, we would like to bring it to the district attention to, making sure that those issues are still addressed. Okay. Any questions so far in terms of what we be able to share with the district so far?
It looks very consistent to the last time.
Okay, thank you. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Courtney, and thank you so much for your time.
You're right, it is consistent. So we're going to go through just the last few slides. More as some reminders. The first one is just, again, it's a reminder about a new system that our office has put into place in the last couple of years. Honestly, we hope that you don't have to use it, because it really only comes into play if you receive any management letters or findings. But we do want to make you aware of it, just so that it is kind of on your radar. But basically, it's called Tracker, and it's something that our office put together with the hopes of helping to provide more transparency to your citizens, and also provide an opportunity and a place for you to kind of store information to show what's been done if you were to receive a management letter or a finding. So what it does is it basically puts any management letters or findings that you would be receiving, it gives the opportunity for you to update real time what you've done to address these items since they were received. And that really, the hope is that, if you were to receive that, you're not going to receive your next audit for another year. And so in that time, we've had a lot of questions come up from citizens going, well, they haven't done anything. And that's not actually true. It's just a year later, you know, that's when we're going to come back in and confirm that things have actually been addressed. So it really provides the opportunity for you to update your citizens. But then too, when we come back a year later, when we ask the question, well, what have you done to address it? That information is already sitting there so that you can go, oh yeah, we already did this. This is when we did it. These are the dates. So it's really kind of a way to help you also just retain that information to make it easier for you instead of going back, okay, what did we do a year ago when we addressed this? So that's what Tracker is. Again, I hope you don't have to use it, but it is there if you're interested too in any other agencies to see what they're doing to address any recommendations. You can actually go and look at any other recommendations on there and see their progress. So you can go actually look at Tracker just to see how it's being used. So again, just a couple of reminders. We always want to remind you that you know, we take it very seriously trying to keep any sensitive information confidential. So if you do provide us any sensitive information, please make sure to let us know so we can take the steps to keep it confidential, keep it secure in our system and in our files. At the beginning, I believe, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure everybody received a packet that went along with the entrance conference. I believe you would have received it either yesterday or this morning that Michelle sent on, but in it includes all the information that we're talking about today. It just kind of goes along with this information, but it includes on page 2, I believe, the audit costs. They should be consistent with what we expected last year because there wasn't any significant changes and there weren't any rate changes. So it should be pretty darn close to what we quoted last year. Again, hopefully we never have to use the audit dispute resolution process, but it is in place if there were something that came up in the course of the audit that we could not work through between the people that are involved in this audit. So we do have a process in place where it to be needed, but hopefully again, we'll be able to address any questions and work through them as we normally do. And then just a reminder, state law does require that you report any known or suspected loss to our office. So again, if anything does come up, we do recommend you go onto our website as soon as it's possible. You can provide all the information through our website. And then if there's any further questions that need clarification, somebody from our fraud team would reach out to you and have further discussion if necessary. Again, one question we always get asked is who audits the auditor. So we do receive a peer review every 2 years. We received our last peer review in last September. We received the rating of a pass. It's a pass or fail. So if you are interested in seeing that report, there is a link there. You can go onto our website and take a look at it. But we have auditors come in from other states to take a look at us. So that's how that process works. And then again, just another reminder about some of the other resources that are available to you through our office. The first one is with the local government support team. They provide a lot of helpful services, but the one that is what they're probably most known for is the BARS manual, which is often used to help answer questions, give clarification of how to report your financial statements and other information. So they are the ones that keep track of that and update it on a regular basis. But the other opportunity that you can use that they are involved with is the help desk. This is a free service, again, that at any point in the year, whether we are on site doing the audit or not, you can reach out if you have questions about anything, accountability, financial, otherwise, doesn't matter. And you can ask the question, and the specialist that is most helpful in that question, depending on what it is, will provide a response to you and reach out and answer any of your questions that you might have. So I do encourage you to use that service if you do have any questions. We also have the Center for Government Innovation, and they provide primarily a lot of trainings and a lot of helpful resources and tools to really help just improve your process in a variety of ways. So there's a lot of things that they can do. They also have that financial intelligence tool that provides a lot of helpful information about, just analytics about your financial statements and things like that. So again, if you're interested and if you have any questions, and let us know, we can help get you in touch with somebody from that team as well. And then a couple of other items that are in your packet. I'm not going to go through all of them. They're pretty, there's some of them are longer than others, but I just wanted to highlight what you do have in there so that if you read through them, if you have questions, let us know. The first one is the audit connection. Unfortunately, right here, all we have is the April audit connection, but I do know that they have updated it and they presented it at the WFOA conference for September. So I know there is a more recent version. They just haven't actually posted that on our website just yet. So it should be coming very soon if you haven't seen it already. But the April one is still applicable. There's still some interesting articles in there. There's some reminders about single audit, which is not overly related to you as you don't have a single audit, which is, if you did receive on there's extensions that were allowed. But it also talks about an article about remote work environments, what we've learned over the last year, which is not surprising, that really communication is kind of the key to make a remote audit work. But as this is your second year receiving a remote audit, hopefully it will continue to be a smooth process as it was last year. But it also includes a link to our own annual report if you're interested in taking a look at that. Beyond just the standard audits that we perform, it also provides some interesting information about the other things that our office is involved with. The next item in your packet is it's a GASB update. So auditing standards, as you all know, are updated and changed on a very regular basis, unfortunately. And so there's always things coming your way that need to be implemented and put into place. And so our office has this GASB update that provides a list of upcoming GASBs, current GASBs, and things to be aware of in the next few years to help prepare yourself if you're not already very well aware of them. But if you have any questions about any of the GASBs that are upcoming, let us know. And then, as I mentioned, the Center for Government Innovation puts together a lot of helpful resources. And so they put out a couple of new ones in the last couple of months that we thought you might be interested in, just for consideration. So they put out this first one is best practices for credit card programs. This we've seen a significant increase in the use of credit cards, just as everybody has been working in a more remote environment. So it makes more sense to be using credit cards. And so this just helps provide some interesting tips and things to consider in your own process, just to if there's any improvements that you might want to change or make. But it just kind of gives some ideas of things for you to consider. And then similar to that, they've also created this payroll guide. And again, it just helps provide some tips for things to kind of look at your own process and consider whether there's any information that might be helpful to improve the process that you already have in place. So again, take a look at those. If you have any questions about any of those, please let us know. Other than that, that's really all we have for you today, unless there's any questions you have for us right now.
No, I think as Commissioner Koshi had stated, pretty standard. We remember the last one. We're always looking forward to you guys coming in doing your annual audits. It seems annual, it might be longer or less than that, but we do appreciate it because it is reassurance to the community when they look at our financials to make sure that we are doing the right thing all the time. And so look forward to that. I know I had a really good conversation with Michelle. I think it was at the WASWAP conference when we finally did connect one day. I was having some troubles getting in contact with them one day, so I did apologize for that. But I know our staff is ready and available to assist you guys in any which way that needs, something. And you can always reach out to any of the commissioners too. So thank you.
Yeah, only thing I've is I appreciate the partnership. It's been great. We're better together and look forward to doing another one. It always seems like we're either just exiting, just entering, or just done one. So here we are.
It's amazing how quick it turns around, doesn't it? All right. Well, thank you all for your time today, and we look forward to speaking with you during the exit conference.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And well, we'll talk again.
Okay. Have a good
So
day.
with that, I guess we're going to go ahead and conclude the Board of Commissioners meeting for September 28th, 2021. I would entertain a motion to adjourn this fine meeting, and we'll go from there.
I'll make a motion we adjourn this fine meeting.
I'll second that. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are done. Thank you, staff. And I know I will see some of the staff tonight at another utility meeting we have. So